Hello everybody, and now for something a little bit different from the usual heavy dross. I bought a new tarot deck. Well, I like collecting tarot decks and oracle cards. And I came across one on Amazon. It's called Tarot in Wonderland. There we are, is the book. Alright, there. Tarot in Wonderland. And I opened it up a few days ago. I've done a few readings with it. It's pretty good. It's not as good as some of my decks, but it's pretty good. And I just thought I'd show you guys the deck a little bit. And I think some of you might really resonate. So for the Magician card, we have him. The I don't know where his water pipe is, but usually he's got a water pipe. He's smoking a little bit of Mary Jane, isn't he? It's just brilliant. It's such a brilliant card. Look at it. Ooh. I just love it. I think it's fantastic. The cards are admittedly a little bit small. They could do with being a bit bigger. Then for strength. Now this is my favorite card in the deck. First I'll show you the card. Right, strength. I'm trying to not let the light shine on it, because then you won't be able to see it. So Alice is in a dark forest with a deer, with Bambi. And I'll read the meaning to you if you bear with me a minute. I love it. I think it's so pivotal and so true. Because people often think of strength as a Sven, great Viking warrior who lops off people's heads and gnaws on their bones. Whereas I think strength is much more understated. Strength is like water that wears down rocks, or air that shapes mountains. Maybe it doesn't actually, but anyway, you know what I mean. You know what I'm getting at. Strength and power are not what this world would have us believe they are. Not at all. Anyway. Right, so strength in the Wonderland, Tarot in Wonderland, through the looking glass. Alice is on her way to the eighth square, where she will achieve her goal of being a queen. Creator being, in my, that's how I interpret that. Coming into your power. Even though the dark route scares her, she goes through it because it is the only way to make it across the chessboard. And this is the truth, isn't it? Because the only way that we can achieve reset is by traveling the journey through our own inner maze, our own inner darkness, because that shit will truly get in the way, and that is the shit that keeps us stuck in this reality, experiencing this darkness, misery, struggle, strife and whatnot every day. So let me just bear with me a minute, people. In shamanic teachings, as well as many other spiritual paths, there is a belief called the lie of separation, meaning that whilst we see ourselves as separate from everything, we are connected. Everything is connected. In a reading, strength tells us that to be truly strong means to understand ourselves and others, and not just tolerate, but accept. Most creatures only lash out when scared or in pain. When we experience anger in others, it is normal to react in kind, but strength says that we are not normal. We are so much more than normal. We can react from a place of deep remembering that was revealed in the High Priestess, where we are one with all things. We can treat others the way we wish to be treated, to understand them the way we wish to be understood, and so forth and so on. But anyway, strength. Brilliant. Very nice little card. That really, you know, yeah, does it for me. So we get to the King of Swords. Oh, that's fantastic. Guess who that is? Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty took a great fall, and all the king's horses and all the king's men could not put Bumpy or Humpty put him together again. Oh lordy, my vocabulary has left the building again. There we are. That's just cool. I love it anyway. And here we have the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, look at that. Look. Talk about sheeple, hey? Bah, 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 bah. Give me money. No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with money. It's just energy, and to have lots of it is a good thing. So frequently, most of us do not experience the other side of it, don't we? It's like, oh, suffering and misery and poverty because, oh, we're meant to be poor, we're meant to be suffering. Oh yes, live on our knees. Bullshit, of course. That's a nonsense. This is another one. This is less New Age. This is more kind of old Buddhistic type memes of all desire causes misery and suffering, so desire nothing and live a life of absolute poverty and whatnot. Go and live in a shack in the middle of the desert, you know, and I don't know, eat sand, and you will achieve nirvana. It's just utter nonsense, bollocks. I say bring on the you know, abundance, prosperity. A lot more will be achieved, a lot more will be gained from that, obviously. Right, who's this? Ah yeah, the Fool. Luke. Alice down the rabbit hole. And that is what we've all been doing, jumping down the rabbit hole, isn't it? Brilliant. Page of Swords. Page of Wands. Oh, look at him. Isn't he cool? Oh, just brilliant. Love these cards. I mean, I really wish they were bigger. And least but not last, or last but not least, the Hierophant, Cheshire Cat. Oh, my boy Kismet smiles like the Cheshire Cat. He does. It's sort of a reminder, just by looking at the card rather than reading the description, that true wisdom does not take itself seriously, ever. The minute wisdom starts to take itself seriously, it loses momentum, you know, the mojo is lost, and it just becomes droning on, and nobody cares to listen anymore, and, you know, people just wander off, yawning. That's just my humble opinion. I think true wisdom has to have a sense of humour. Love has a sense of humour, and evil doesn't really. I find it just is humourless. I've said this before in one of my videos ages ago, where, you know, if you had to choose, if say evil was a person and love was a person, and you had to choose who to hang out with, well, obviously for educational purposes you'd hang out with both for a bit, you know, and whatnot, but you'd soon find that evil's really quite boring and dull and not very imaginative, you know. And love would be much more fun to hang out with, much more creative. It has a great sense of humour. I'm sure we all know this, because the synchronicity just always has a sense of humour, you know. It's a language that speaks to us, and well, it's had me in stitches quite a few times. Anyway, so then the guidebook to go with this is, like I said, as you can see, it's in colour. I think they've focused more on the guidebook as opposed to the cards, which some of you might prefer. The Page of Swords again, the Bonnet. The book is really nice, as you can see. The book is really nice, really well produced. Here's the moon. See, for example. Oh, can you see that properly? The moon. Yeah. I mean, with reading tarot cards, I tend to read the cards by looking at the images and then interpret for myself. So that's why the Strength card resonated so much with me, because it is strength, and power is not what the world tells us it is at all. It's the opposite of that, often enough. And we are going through the dark night of the soul, and we are in the dark wood. Although I think we're beginning to see the end of that. So, anyway, that's all I really wanted to share with you guys. Oh, I just love it. You see, here it is again, strength, only the whole page picture. It's really cool. I really like it. I have a real affection for Alice in Wonderland, even if the guy that wrote the stories was a bit questionable. I don't really, I just let things like that go in favour of my intuitive connection with certain things and the pearls, you know. So anyway, I think I'll get going now, because I don't know why, but I seem to have trouble getting my words out, and my tongue feels a little bit like that. Okay, so yeah, all my love to you.